Hi, Nana here, and then you're welcome to the next day's program on procurement implementation, Fusion procurement implementation. So let me go and then share my screen. So we have completed till now 3 ways of approval actually. That is the individual approvers, auto approval, as well as approval group. So we are going to go to the next one, which is called the job level approvals. So let me go there and then log in into the system now. The C00 underscore EMP1. And then let me log in with my this thing. And then let us go there and then have a look at the jobs and click on it. You're going to have a look at it now. Fine. Click on the navigator and then go to the my workforce structures and then go to workforce structures, my workforce and then workforce structures. And then here we are going to have a look at it now. At the jobs. Let us go and then have a look at the jobs now. So click on the manage jobs and then here I will now query my job now. So go there, C00 and then click on search now. So the moment I make a search, it will be showing all the jobs. Fine, let us go and then open the GNA manager and then I click on edit now. And go for a correction now. So the job has got a level now. That is very, very important here. So the job will now show you a level. So the level is 3001 now. 3001. So 3001, 3002, 3003 are the 3 levels which we have chosen. So let us go for the 4th type of approval, which is going to be what? The job level approvals. So I will now take a copy of it and then go to Control T and then Control V and then enter it. Now log in now. And then here you go there, manage requisition approval is a 1. So click on the setup and maintenance task and then go to the manage requisition approval. Is manage percentage, rec percentage, approval percentage, and then enter it. So manage requisition approvals. And then before which what happens, we have to do one more thing. There is the parallel approval we have to see. So before we go to the job level approval, you have to see the parallel approvals. Here what happens, you go there and see this now. If you click on the edit rules, now you can see which is now enabled. So both of them are enabled now. Fine, less than 1000 as well as greater than 1000, both are enabled now. So if it is less than 1000, what happens? You'll be getting approval from what? Approval group 1 now. And then if it is more than 1000, you'll be getting approval from approval group 2. So approval group 2 has got 2 people, fine, EMP2 and EMP3. So they are going in what happens in series each and against each other. So what I do is I will not go there. I will not, what happens, cancel it. Let me disable this. Fine. You go there and then disable it. So the header hierarchy, header stage hierarchy is no more enabled at all. So it's no more enabled. Fine. So it's not disabled now. So it's not disabled. Now what happens? I will now go to the parallel one. Now what happens? I will now go to the parallel one. So here in this one, the next stage, I'm not going over there. Here itself we can go for it now. Fine. Here itself we will go there, go to the parallel. So here I will now say first responder wins. So I will now enable it now. First of all, enable it. So this is now enabled and then that his serial is now disabled now. So I have enabled this now. Fine. The serial is disabled and then the parallel is enabled. Go there, go to edit rules. And then here, what happens? Let me go and then create a rule now. Fine. Now already something is working on it now. Fine, let me disable that now. So let me create a new role now. You go there, click on the plus now. So click on the plus. And then here, what happened? The rule is what? C00 underscore fine. First responder wins. So first responder wins is the one. So I'll not take a copy of the rule and then put in the description now. And then click on OK. Rule always apply. I'm not going to have any conditions for this now. I click on OK. And then here in the action, what happens? I will now go there, click on add action now. So let me use it for the approval group now. Fine, go there, approval required. And then it is by approval group. And then here, what happens? The approval group name is what? C00. So go and then put the C00 over here now. Approval group 2. It has got 2 approvers now. So I'm now putting this approval. It is now required by this now. Now, both of them will work parallelly now. And then whomsoever is responding first will be winning it now. So it's called first responder wins on a parallel level. So here, what happens? It has been added to the group. So the group, all the people will be coming in parallel. I click on save and then deploy. And then click on deploy. So it gets deployed. Click on S now. So the parallel one is now, what happens? Deployed. And here it says what? The first responder wins now. So this is a parallel, the first responder is going to win now. So let us go there and then create one more thing, Control T and then Control V. Sorry. And then I will take it up. So take a copy of it and then put on this place. And then here, what I'm going to do is, I will now go there, go to this procurement and then create a purchase requisition now. Click on it, click on the home page. And then here, I will now go to the procurement now. You go to the procurement and then go to the purchase requisitions now. Click on the requisition line entry. So here, what happens? You go there. C00 item 1. I'm going to put it now. Fine. Go there. Go for 10 quantities now. And then click on add to requisition. And then click on edit and submit. And then now you can see that what happens. It will be having a parallel approval now. Both the people will be having 2 and 3 will be getting a notification now. So whomsoever is responding first will be doing it fine. So it will now come over here now. Click on the manage approvals. So the moment you click on the manage approvals, you can now see both the employees will be getting it in parallel. So here it's basically what the first responder wins. Had it been a consensus, both of them have to approve. Then only what happens, it will be getting approved. So here, whomsoever is responding first will be getting it now. So you go there and then have a look at it now. So the list is getting built. It's basically a list builder actually. So I have even set a record for you basically. So you can have a look at it. So it will now build the list of approvers actually. So for an auto approval, it is a 0 approver. And then for others, what happens, it will now build a list of approvers. Now you can see both the employees are come parallelly here. So EMP2 and EMP3 are now sent parallelly. So if you submit it, what happens? The notification will go to both. So it is now there. It is now what happens? The header stage first responder wins. So click on submit. So both the employees will be getting a notification parallelly. So requisition was submitted for approval, and so what happens? You'll be getting both the things will be getting added. So here, what happens? You can now see in this place you'll not get a notification, as well as here also you'll not get a notification. So both now will be getting a notification now. So let us wait for the notification to come now. So this guy also will be getting a notification, and then this guy also will be getting a notification. So it's not traversing via the system into the individual's email ID. And then once it is now here, you already got it now. And click on it. So you can now see this now. So this is $10 and then it does not come over here now. Find 1,007 is the requisition. So if you go there and then see this now, so it's 1,007. So this guy also got a notification. So from here, what happens? I'm going to approve it. I click on it and then let me take an approval action. Click on approve. So I'll now simply submit it now. Fine, send it without any comments now. I click on send it. So the system approves it. It goes there. And then here, what happens since it is the first responder wins, whomsoever is responding is winning. And then in this case, if you are configured in this rule, what happens? Both of them have to approve. Then only what happens, it will be getting approved. So this is on the parallel approvals. Fine, you go there. And then here, click on the pending approval. 1007 would have got approved by now. So see, the notification has gone to both, because of which what happens is now become the blue color now. And then afterwards, what happens since one of them is approved, it will now become approved. It has got approved. Fine. This is called parallel approval. So sometimes what happens, you'll be having serial as well as a parallel. I have already sent you one video record in which what happens, people have used both serial and parallel, so that you can see this. And then if you have any clarifications, you can write to me on this. So this, yeah, tell me, yeah.
Sorry, can we also see like who has approved at this stage?
Yeah, we can see this now. Fine. Click on the 1007. Click on the 1007, and then here it will be opening up. And then go to actions, and then go to view document history. It will tell you who has approved.
Oh, like same as the ABS, right?
So EMP1 and then EMP3 has been approved. EMP3 has approved it.
Okay.
He has taken an approval action. Same as the previous one. Now we'll go for a job level approval now. Fine, you go there. Let me disable this parallel now. Go there. Let me disable it. And then let me enable the previous one. Fine, this is now disabled. And then keep your cursor on the serial, and then let me enable it now. See, we are enabling it. The serial is now getting enabled. So now you can see the serial coming up now. Fine, you go there, go to click on edit rules now. So we are editing it. So here we go down, and then we'll not use one of them now. Fine. So requisition amount less than 1,000. I'm not going to use it now. Fine. If it's going to be less than 1,000, it's going to be enabled. And then here, what happens? I will not make a change now. You go there, and then I will not in the actions. So amount is less than 1,000 is a condition now. In the action, let me edit it, and then I'm going to make it as a job level approval, which is the 4th level of approval. Click on edit, and then I'm going to make it as a job level approval. So approval required using what? Job level. Fine. We have seen the approval group. We have seen the single approver, and then we are going to go for the next one. Is job level is the 4th one now. The job level approval, what happens? We go there. And then there are 3 levels: 3001, 3002, 3003. It has to start with the preparer. Start with whom? I'm saying preparer or his manager. So I will not put the preparer. And then the job level is what? Minimum job level, it has to go up to 3003. That means what? From that level onwards, it will now go up to 3003. Here 3003 is the 3rd employee. So it will have EMP1, EMP2, EMP3, all the 3 created as the list of approvers actually. Right, the preparer. And then go there, click on it, and then here what happens? I have to see who is the top level of the hierarchy. It is EMP3, comma, space, C00 underscore. This is what it is. EMP3, comma, space, C00 underscore. That is the way you have to write it now. Last name, comma, first name, comma, space. So it will be coming automatically. And choose it. Fine. It will be, if it's a preparer, it will be EMP. What happens? It will be EMP1, EMP2, EMP3. If you put it as a manager, who are all the list of approvers? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me if it's going to be? It is going to start with this manager. It is going to approval chain of preparer, and then it will now start with this manager. And then what happens? The minimum job level is 3003. Up to 3003, you have to build the list now. Now, tell me anybody who are all the approvers now for this case now? There are 3 employees there: EMP1, EMP2, and EMP3. So if it is going to start with the manager, so how many people will be there in the list of approvers?
No.
Hello?
Only one manager, only one employee will be there.
No. See, it is up to 3003. Fine. You must understand this now very clearly. So let me go on and put an Excel sheet and then show you. So let us say I'm now having 3001 over here now. And then let us say this is now having a big chain now. Say, wait, sorry. I will now make it as 3002. And then go there, select it, and then what happens? I'm now going to drop it down. So let us say we have a chain of people. Fine, up to this one. Let us say this is a guy who is going to prepare now. He is the preparer, let us say. And then we need approval up to, let us say, 3009. Fine. And then we are going to start with what happens in manager. And start at the manager, I'm going to say. So then tell me who are all the approvers for this case now. Now let us say this person who is having a level of 3005 is now preparing this requisition. And then we say we need approval up to 3009. And then it is going to start with this manager. Now tell me who are all the approvers for this case. Anybody? Let us say this is EMP1 and then this is EMP10. EMP
3009 and 9 and 10.
No.
Abhishek here.
No, wrong. This guy is preparing it now. Fine. This guy is preparing it. 3005 is now preparing it. And then the approval chain is now going to start with what? It's going to start with, let us say, it's going to start with the managers of the preparer. And then it will now go up to 3009. That's what I'm saying. Then how many people will be there in the approval list? Anybody else?
4.
Who are they? Who are the names?
6, 7, 8, 9.
6, 7, 8, 9 is 100% correct now. It is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's not fine. Because he is the preparer. And then it is going to begin with his manager. That is 3006 now. So it has to go up to 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9 are the approvers for this now. Is it clear? Anybody has got any doubt on this now? So if it starts the preparer itself, it will be 3005, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we're going to start with this manager, then it will be 6, 7, 8, 9 or the list of approvers actually. Approval is a list building mechanism. And so what happens, this is going to work like this. So in this case, what happens, the preparer is EMP1 and then it's going to start with this next one and then go up to 3003 and he's the top level worker. So EMP2 and EMP3 will be the list of approvers for this case now. I click on OK. You're going to check it out. So it is now done. And then what happens, you will go and then save it now. Any doubts, you can just get it clarified now. So that is getting deployed. The job level approval is now getting deployed. That is the fourth type of approval. So it's not deployed here. What happens? You'll go there and then click on done and then come out and then get a new requisition now. And click on requisition line entry and then I'm going to get a new requisition now. And then it is C00. So you want only one item. So you're going to go for it now. Fine, go for 10 quantities now. And then for 10 quantities, what happens? You'll now add to the requisition now. So click on edit and submit. So click on manage approvals. It will now show you EMP2 and EMP3 on this now. Who are at the levels of what? 3002 and 3003 because it's not going to begin with the manager now. Since it's beginning with the manager, what happens? It will be showing you this 2003, 3002 and 3003. So it's not yet built now. Fine. It's still having a problem. Click on back. So around it takes approximately some time before what happens. It becomes established now. So 1008 is a requisition in which what happens is a job level approval, and you can now say EMP2 and EMP3. So the remaining are all for the lab exercise. Now you can make the preparer. All these things you can do it now. Fine. So this is how the job level works. Now the next one is supervisor level. So let us go there, go back, and then let us now query for the supervisor level. If I go there, and then let me go and then edit the rule. There is the fifth type of approver now. We'll go for the supervisor level. So I'll now again go for what? This is requisition amount less than 1000, which has got a condition. A simple condition is now there. Fine, what is less than 1000? And then let me edit it now. Fine, I will now make it as a supervisor level. So here it is a preparer, and then I will now make it as a preparer itself. So here, what happens? Not a job level, it is a supervisor level. So change it to supervisor hierarchy. Change it to supervisor hierarchy. Fine. And then it's going to preparer. And then preparer is going to start with the preparer. And then I'm saying 2 levels. Number of approval levels is 2 now. Fine. Number of approval levels is 2. So preparer and then his next level or the approvers. So number of approval levels will come into picture now. Here also what happened, the level 3001, 3002, 3003 is playing a big role. So we're going to begin with him and then what happens, starts the preparer. The number of approval levels is 2. Click on OK. And then let me save it now. Click on save and then deploy. So in this case, what happens? EMP1 and EMP2 will be the approvers for this. So for a supervisor level approval, the number of levels through which what happens, it has to propagate for approval is the one which you will be deciding. So there's no deploy. So wait for some time and then of course go there and then do it. So before we do it, what happens, we'll now create the position hierarchy and then do it now. Fine. The final one is a position hierarchy. So you go there, take a copy of it and then Control T and then Control V and then enter it. You will not get the position hierarchy. There is a 6th level of approval and you go there, click on it and then go to the setup and maintenance. Go to setup and maintenance and then here we are going to make the 6th level of approval now. Here what happens, manage position tree. So it's called position tree actually. So manage position tree. You go to the position tree where position hierarchy is going to be there. It is almost similar to what we have in EBIS basically. Manage position trees is almost similar to what we have in position tree. Fine, let's click on the plus now. So we are going to go for new one now. So let us go and then create a tree now. Fine, go there. So let me create my tree now. So it's C00_pass_tree. So this is what it is. So take a copy of it. And then click on the code now. Click on the description. And then there's a 3-level train actually. Fine. Specify definition, specify labels, and then specify access rules. Fine. Click on next now. The specify labels, nothing to do as such now. Fine. Click on next as such. Fine. There's a position tree. Click on next. And then we come to the specify access rules now. Nothing is there as such. Fine. Click on submit. So by which what happens, your position tree is now created. So query for your position tree C00 and then click on search. And then we have to create a version for the tree now. So here we have to create a version now. Fine. Let's go there. And then go to actions and then go to what? Create tree version. So we are going to create tree version now. So your version is the one which will be basically applicable now. Fine. After the tree is created, we have to create a version now. So I will now put C00_ what happens? Position_version 1. And we're putting as a version 1. Take a copy of it. Put the description now. Fine. Note also, I can just put it over here now. Fine. Effective start date, I will now put it from today now. So 12th is what I'm putting it. Click on next now. I'm now going to create a one. Fine. Here what happens is we are going to add the nodes. A blank tree version is now created. You have got a blank tree version. Click on OK. Now we are going to add a node now. So who is going to be the top in the position hierarchy? Fine. Click on the plus now. So for me, what happens? The MGR mechanical is the top position. Fine. Click on it. So plus. That will not try to find for it. We're going to find a node now. So here, what happens? I will now click on it and then I will now search. Fine. So click on search now. I will now click on search and then I'm going to search my top position now. So it's C00. Click on search. When you search, it will now show all 3 positions over here now. Fine. Choose the top one. This is the manager one. And then here, what happens? Add tree node. After having chosen this now, fine. Click on the add tree node. By which what happens? It gets added to your node. So the first node is going to come up now. Fine. It's now come. Fine. This is what it is. And then below which what happens? You have to add the assistant manager. So select it first of all. And then click on plus. If you give a blank plus, it will be parallelly making it. So if you select it, it will be creating it below. And click on plus now. So here, we'll again search for it now. So click on plus, and then I'm going to make a search now. Click on search, okay. And then query on your number now. Remember to create everything with your number. So it will be easy for you to remember it. Otherwise, the training will be lost actually, which is what is what. And then choose your assistant manager over here now. Assistant manager mechanical. And then click on add tree node. It will be added below the manager mechanical. And click on add tree node. Since we have chosen that and then we're doing it now, it will be getting below. I don't know. So if you expand it, you can now see what happens. It will be coming up over here now. And then keep your cursor over here now. Do orders. And then here again keep a plus. You keep your place at the appropriate place and then click on plus. So it will be added below now. Fine, as manager, and then click on plus now. I'm going to add it now. Click on search again. And then put your number and then search now. Click on search. So we are searching for it now. So we'll now put the junior manager over here now. Find the orders. And then click on add tree now. So if you expand it, you can now see this now. This completes the position hierarchy. It's almost similar to what we have in EBIS basically. So we are now completed the position hierarchy now. Fine. So click on submit, by which whatever the position hierarchy is now complete. So the junior manager is reporting to assistant manager is reporting to manager mechanical. And so what happens by this hierarchy, it is now submitted. I click on submit. So we have now completed the creation, but what happens, it has to be made active also. So we have to make it as active now actually. Fine. The position tree version is now completed. Fine, click on OK. So if you go and then see, if you expand it, below the position, you'll be having the position tree, but what happens, it's still in a draft mode. So select it and then we have to make it active now. So select it and then we have to make it active. Then what happens, it will be enabled actually. So you go to actions and then here what happens, set status to active. So actions set status to active will now try to make it as active. So upon making it as active, what happens, it will automatically trigger here audit process. An audit process will be automatically triggered. Fine. You go to active, set status to active now. It will not trigger an audit process. It has to be audited actually. So it will now come over here. Click on the online audit button. Fine. Click on the online audit button. Whatever you have configured will be made a check now. The system will now make a check. The audit is in progress now. So once when the audit gets completed, it becomes active. Audit has been completed successfully. That's what the message is coming. Click on OK. And you can see the results of the audit also. If you give OK, what happens? You can now see the results of the audit in the bottom now. So go there. You can now see everything is now tick mark, everything is OK now. And then click on done, by which what happens? You can now see that this has now become active. So the position tree version has now become active. So this completes the position hierarchy creation. Now we'll now go back to the previous level and then we'll now submit for approval. There, what happens? We're now going to supervisor hierarchy. So you click on the manage approvals. It will now show you the list of approvers which are there for the supervisor hierarchy now. Which are the fifth one now. So the fifth one in the approval is now getting built now. So it is basically a list builder mechanism in which what happens, it will now build the list of approvers who are going to approve this, either serially or parallelly, which we have seen previously now. It is still not yet built now. Click on back now. Click on save now. Once again. Click on manage approvals. Now you can see EMP1 and EMP2 are shown over here now. Because it's going to prepare, start with the preparer and then go up to 2 levels we are given. On the supervisor hierarchy, what happens, they are given at 2 levels. So preparer and his next level. If it is going to be manager, it will be EMP2 and EMP3. Manager and 2 levels means what? EMP2 and EMP3. So the number of levels is the one by which what happens, supervisor hierarchy works. Whereas in the job, we say up to what level. Right? So we say up to what here. If I say, you're now going to start at the preparer and then go up to 3009 means what? So prepare means 3005, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then if we're going to start at the manager, it will be 3006, 7, 8, 9. Will be the approvers basically for the job level. And then for the supervisor level, it will now say how many number of levels it has to go in the transition now. So that is how it works now. Right? So the 5th level of approval is complete. Now we'll now go on and configure the final one, which is the position hierarchy. So I'll now give it back now. Give a save also. And then go there and then configure the 6th one. Now fine, click on it and then I'll now edit the rules now. The final level of approvals. You go there, go down. You keep your cursor on this now, fine. Requisition amount less than 1000. You go down. And then let me edit this now. Fine, click on edit. and then I'm going to make it as a position hierarchy. So route using position hierarchy. The final one now, position hierarchy. And then what happens? You drop down and then choose your position now. The C00. Fine. It has not yet come actually. Fine, C00 has not yet come. Sometimes what happens? You have to log out and log in, and it will be coming now. So C00 is yet to come, even though we have what happens done the audit now and then made it as active. So it's not visible now. Sometimes what happens, you have to log out and log in, then only it will be coming now. So let us go and then log out and log in now. Fine, go there. So click on done and then come out of it now. It's already done. So if you go, click on done, so it will be active. So it has to be in active state. So acting was when you set it as active, it will now go for audit now and then come out of it now. So go there, close it, and then close it. So here I have not given anything at all here. Huh? Cancel it. Oh, there is not coming here. It's not coming as a cancel it. And then let us log out of it now and then log in. And then sign out and then signing in. So this is now sign confirm. You have to click on the confirm button whenever you're coming out now. And then go there. This is okay. So here what happens? Let us go there and then log in now. Fine. C00 underscore EMP1. And then click on sign in. And then we are in the final way of approval, the sixth way of approval. You're going to see this now. So I go to the procurement now. I go to the what's called. I have to first of all go and then configure it now. Fine. Go there. Click on setup and maintenance, and then I go to the edit approvals actually. So manage percentage, rec percentage, approval percentage, enter it, and then go to the manage requisition approvals. Choose this and then click on edit tools. And then here, what happens? You go down. Choose this one now. Requisition amount less than 1,000. And then here, what happens? You go and then edit it now. Click on edit. And then I'll now make it as what? Position hierarchy. This time it has to come now. So C00 has to come now. Drop down. Sorry. The position hierarchy is what? Go down, go down, go down. We got it now. Fine. Our position tree is now visible. And then prepare as position, or what happens? The request as position is okay. Prepare as position. Start with the next position of the prepare as position. And the minimum job level. Fine. Here, the job level is what? 3002 or 3003. We are writing now. Fine. It is not the supervisor level. Is number of levels. Here it is a job level. So I will now say 3002. What is the top position in the hierarchy? Fine. C00. I will now put the top position over here now. So I will now put the top position over here now. Here, the minimum job level is what? The actual levels you have to say. So all the three things, the job level, supervisor level, and position levels, the level is very, very important. So what is that? You have to configure it very properly if you are using these things. So I'm putting the top position over here now. Prepare as position. So 1 and 2 will be the employees. So the junior manager mechanical and assistant manager mechanical will be the people who will be approving it now. I click on OK now. And then click on save now. Click on deploy now. It is getting deployed now. So let us go there and then create a new requisition and then try to approve it now. So we are now going to test the final way of approval. So in this case, what happens? The junior manager mechanical and then the assistant manager mechanical will be the approvers for this now. So this is deploy. Fine, go there. Take a copy of it and then Control T, Control V, enter. Okay, and then here, what happens? We go there and then create a requisition. Click on it. So we are seeing the final level of approval now. So go there, go to the procurement, and then go to the purchase requisition now. Let me get a new requisition. Let's see this. Click on the requisition line entry. So C00. Enter it. And then here I'll now put some say quantities, say 12 quantities, and then go there and then add to this thing. Let me delete the 10. 12 I have added now. So it's now come over here now. And 10 has come over here now. It's okay. And then click on manage approvals. It will be junior manager mechanical, and then the assistant manager mechanical will be the approvers actually. So the junior manager mechanical and the assistant manager mechanical will be there for this one. So click on OK, then click on back, and then wait for some time, and then afterwards again, what happens? Click on manage approvals. So it has shown me the first and second employee. Fine, what else? You can see the junior manager mechanical as well as the assistant manager mechanical. If there are multiple employees on this position, it will go to the first employee of the position. Fine, it will not go to the first employee. Let us say in junior manager mechanical, I have got 3 employees: Ramba, Urvasi, and then Menaka. To whom it will go? Anybody? Ramba, Urvasi, and Menaka are the 3 employees who are there in this junior manager mechanicals. So to whom it will go? Anybody? Hey, come on, all of you are sleeping. Ah? Hello?
All 3.
Hello? It will not go to all the 3. It will not go to only alphabetically first employee.
Yeah.
3 employees, Ramba, Urvasi, and Menaka are the 3 employees who are there in the junior manager mechanical position. So to whom it will go now? Anybody? Menaka is very correct, because it's M now, basically. Fine, it's M.
Yeah.
And so what happens? It will not go to Menaka. Got it now? Fine. So this is what the concept is there in EBIS, and then they have made it the same concept here also. Fine. So if you feel that this is not correct, then you have to use either the job level hierarchy or the supervisor level. But we have done some 3-4 implementations in which what happens, we have never gone to either job or supervisor or position. We have gone always to approval groups. Approval groups is a simple mechanism by which what happens, you will be able to configure anything. And then you can even refer my videos by which what happens, you can do it. So people have done it beautifully with the approval groups. Only if there's no other go, if the end guy is asking for positions, then you go for position. Otherwise, don't go for position at all. And then everything is case dependent. Approval group is a very simple mechanism by which what happens, you can approve everything. So this completes all the 6 ways of approval. The same thing is applicable in purchase orders also. So I will not be touching approvals on purchase orders. There is a lab exercise for you. So whenever you want to do it, you have to go on and do that approvals there if you feel like. But if you practice one area, that's sufficient, right? Then it's okay. And you got a lot of variants based upon the conditions. Conditions are the ones which are going to be real variants actually. So you have to practice, and then see how many different variants can be there on the what's called your approvals actually. It meets all the scenarios of EBIS basically. That is the biggest advantage of this. So now next is what we are going to go and then create an expense item. So till now what happens, we have been creating only an asset item. Fine. I'll go back and shop, and then we'll now create an expense item for this. So we go there and then create an expense item. So next is an expense item. Fine. There are 4 ways of basically doing it now actually, as we have seen in EBIS basically. So the second way of charge account, the charge to cash is the ultimate one, in which what happens, the charge account will be given by the what's called the financials, and then you have to follow it up. Right? Go there, Control T, Control V, and then let me create an expense item. So what is the charge account for the expense item? Here, if you see, go and see this now. Here, what happens if you go there and then click on the edit and submit, you can now see what happens. The asset is now coming as a charge account. 1,000 is asset account. Fine, is now coming as a charge account. Fine, this is an asset account. Now, what happens? The expense account has to come over here. Fine, we are not configuring the expense account. The charge account is a very important one as far as the financials is concerned. Which charge account, how much we have spent now. How much of money is being spent on different charge accounts. So that is very, very important. And so here what happens, we are going to go and then create an expense item. Click on it. Let us create an expense item. The second method of charging now, I click on the procurement. And then here you go to the purchase requisitions now. Not purchase, sorry, not the procurement. You have to go to what? The other one now. You go to the product information, product management, and then product information management, which what happens? You're going to create an expense item. Let us go and then create an expense item. And then we'll now try to fill up the charge account. And what happens? You go there, and let's create the expense item first of all. Go there, click on it, and then go to create item. So organizations what? C00. So the master and put it. Item is root item class. So RO and then put it, and then now go and then copy your template. Now fine. Go there and then click on it, try to bring it to the right hand side, and then click on OK. By which what happens? The template is applied. So let us give the name and description of the item. Fine. C00 underscore expense item. Fine. Take a copy of it. Fine. Expense test item. And then go down. And then here you go to the specifications now. So in the specifications, I'm going to make it as an expense now. So if you go there in eBiz, what happens? You'll be having this area. Fine, once again. In eBiz, if you go on and see this now. So here, what happens? You go there. Switch responsibility to inventory. And then you go to what? Items, master items. M1. And then click on OK. And then let it retrieve some item over here now. You go to query A1 percentage, and then let me query it now. Some item I'm going to query. So when I query the item over here now, what happens? The item becomes an asset item if inventory is on as well as the inventory asset value is on. Fine. The inventory and then the inventory asset value. It must be an inventory item so that what happens? It is not a fixed asset item. And then if you go to the inventory, if this is enabled, it is an inventory item. If it is removed, what happens? It becomes a fixed asset item. Fine. If a item, and go there and bring it. And then the costing, what happens? The inventory asset value. Fine. If these two are enabled, if this is removed, it becomes an expense item. Fine. What else? So here, what happens? I'm going to remove the inventory asset value and the costing. So if you go there and then have a look at it, here we don't have any costing at all. Fine. The 16 tab regions have been reduced to this only. So 4 plus 3 is 7 only. So what happens? Under manufacturing, we have the costing. Fine. If you see under the manufacturing. So if I'm going to purchasing, you won't be finding this now. In inventory also, you won't find this now. In inventory also, you won't find the costing area. But if you go to the manufacturing area, if you click on the manufacturing area, now see the costing. So make the inventory asset value as a no, it becomes an expense item. That's it. And then there's already an inventory item. Fine. Inventory expense basically. Fine. There's an expense item. So you made it now. Fine. And then you go to the purchasing and then have a look at it. You're going to give a price now. So the price, if I'm going to say 2, that will be defaulting onto the requisition. The list price is 2 USD. And then what happens to the manufacturing? We already made it as an expense item. Fine. And then you go to the associations and associate to the child R now. Click on the associations. I'm going to associate to the child R now. You go to actions and then go to select and add. Which what happens if we adding it now? Fine. The C01. And then make a search of it now. It will not show you. Fine. Select it. Then click on apply and then click on done. So by which what happens? It's now getting assigned. Also, it's now created and assigned in both the ways now. Fine. So C01. What happened? It's not coming. Go to action. Select and add.
It was not selected actually.
Oh, I have not selected it properly. Fine, select it and then click on apply and done. Fine, not been given a selection actually. I click on apply and done. So the selection was not proper because of which order was not come. So it is now done and then click on save and then save and close or whatever it is. Fine, not done. Now, if you go and then try to create a requisition for this item, it will not throw an error now. Fine, it will not throw because the charge account is not set for this expense item at all. So you go there, the purchase requisition. Here, what happens? You come out of it now. Go to the shop. And then here come back and then click on requisition entry and then let me put the item. It will not throw an error now. Fine. C00. So I'm going to choose the expense item over here now. If I click on the expense item, it will not throw an error now. So in the bottom, what happens? You can now see the charge account is blank now. Previously it was 10, 100 and then 1000 is not there. So if you try to add to requisition, fine, you're trying to add to the requisition now, it will now say cheapo. You're not given the charge account also. So we are now going to specify the charge account through the what's called manage mapping set for the expense item. I click on OK. So before which what happens, we'll now go there. I will now take a new one, new tab region. Take a copy of it and then Control T, Control V, enter. So you go there. And then let me add some more expense items now, expense accounts basically. If I go there, let me add some more expense accounts and go to the setup and maintenance. So that we will be able to have a different ones now. Fine. Here it is what? Manage percentage, char percentage, value percentage, set percentage. Fine. Go there. Manage chart of accounts, value sets, manage chart of accounts, value sets. And then here I will now query my N, and then I will add some 3 or 4 expense accounts. So I'll now go and then query C00 and then click on search now. So we'll be having 3 value sets, and then I will now choose the account one and then click on the manage values. So already we have 4 values now. So for this exercise, click on search, you'll be having 4 values over here now. You can now see 4 values, 1000, 1002. This is an asset, this is a liability, this is an expense, and then this is a owner's equity. So let me add some 4 more expense items. So I click on plus. So 1004 onwards, I'm going to add now. So it's 1004, give a tab, 1004, and then make the account as an expense now. So as an expense, save and close. I'm going to make 3 more now. 1004 has come, click on plus, and then let me make 3 more accounts now for the expense now. So it's 1005, and then make it as expense now. I click on plus now. So it's 1006, and then make it as expense. Click on plus, and then I'll make 1007 now. So just to indicate that what happens, different expense accounts are getting charged. Fine. That is why what happens, I'm now making this many now actually. Click on plus, and then I'll make the final one. It's 1007. Fine. Make it as expense now. Click on save and close. So we have got 4 more accounts. 4, 5, 6, 7 are expense accounts now. So 4, 5, 6, 7 are expense account. Fine. Click on save and close. Come out of it now. Now let us go to the manage mapping sets. Fine. Click on save and close. Fine. This is save and close, and then come out of it now. So let us go to the manage mapping sets and then give the account for the expense item now. So here what happens, you go there, you click on the implementation project, you have to go via implementation project by giving this manage mapping sets now. Fine, you go and then query your implementation project, click on it, and then query for it. Remember, it is a scope sensitive. Fine, C00, and then click on search now, and then select it. So go there, it is manage percentage, map percentage, set percentage, and then enter it. So within the project, you give the manage mapping sets. There are 2 things on manufacturing, one via receipt accounting and then one via cost accounting. So we have to go via cost accounting. So the set which is via cost accounting has to be chosen now and not via receipt accounting. So click on the manage mapping set task list now. I click on it, and then we'll be having a lot of tasks via cost accounting. And then here what happens, you go there, manage mapping sets, and then the scope must be cost management. It should have been selected, and then at first go to the task. Otherwise change the scope and then give a selected task. So go to task after the scope is properly selected. I click on it. And then here what happens, I'm going to give the expense account for the organization now. Fine, expense account for the organization I'm going to define now. So click on this expense account for the organization. If you click on it, we'll now define it now. Fine. Here what happens, we'll now go and then add it now. Fine, click on plus now. Add our chart of accounts for this now. So I've given a plus, isn't it? Come plus. And then I'm going to add it now. Fine, add it, drop it down, and then choose the C00 now. C00. So many guys are working. C18 is also working beautiful now. Fine. Since I'm seeing so many, I'm really very happy. Oh, I've chosen the wrong one now. So C00 I've chosen now. Fine, click on save now. So click on save now. C00 is now saved now. So I'm in the C00. Fine, go down, and then let me add it now. Fine. Here, if you see in the top, what happens? This is the expense organization account now. Fine. So this is what it is. So the inventory organization code is a 1 that is required, and then accordingly what happens, you go down. Fine, go down, and then click on plus now. So my inventory organization is C01. Remember, it is capital C. It's very case sensitive, and so you have to do it properly. Fine. Click on the plus now. So click on the plus, And then here, what happens here? Organization is what? Capital C 01. And then here, what happens here? Accounting structure. Fine. So here, this is 10 hyphen 100 hyphen. I will now say 1004. I'm going to put it now. So this time I'm putting 1004. Fine. So the expense account at the organization level is 1004. Click on save, and then save and close now. Fine. Now saved. Then click on save and close. Now done. Now you go and then do the what's called requisition for this. It will not give you. Fine. Go to the shop, and then here what happens? You give go return to shopping. Let me again come back and then do it now. So in the previous one, what happens? You're not having it. We give the requisition lines. You go there. The bottom, what happens? The charge account has to come now. So let me put the item over here now. Find C00, and then choose the expense. So the moment I choose the expense, you go down and see this one. The charge account is 1004. So it has come. Now, if you give something at the sub-inventory level, what happens? That will now supersede this now. So the sub-inventory level will now supersede the organization level. Fine, go there. Let me put the sub-inventory level. Fine, go there. So we are given the organization level. Let me give the sub-inventory level also. Click on the expense account and then sub-inventory. Fine, click on it, and I'm going to give it now. That will supersede the organization level now. You go there and then click on plus now. Let me add the C00. So chosen this and then click on save now. After having chosen this, ensure that your what's called your blue mark, the light blue or gray mark is against your chosen structure, and then go down and then click on plus now. So you're going to plus it now. So sub-inventory you do not have to give. You can give the organization. If you don't give sub-inventory, it is for all the sub-inventories basically. And then C01 and then go there. And then here what happens? 10 hyphen 100 hyphen 1005 I'm going to give now. So at the org level it is 1004, and then at the sub-unit level 1005. This becomes the charge account. Fine, click on it. So that is no more the charge account. Fine, click on it. Save and close. So sub-unit level. Fine, go there. And then go to the shop. Here you can see 1004 is coming. Let me cancel it and then come again now. So give what happens. Return to shopping. And then again click on the requisition line entry. And then here I will not put this on. Fine. C00. Expense item. The moment I put it, you can now find the charge account is 1005. Come on, it is not coming. It has to come as this because sub-inventory is already chosen now here. So it has to come now. Or does it take some extra time? I'm not very sure about it. Because here, what happens? Here completed it now. The sub-unit level expense account sub-unit. Let me go and see this now. Have a look at it. So you now see the C00. So for the C01, you go down and then see this now. It's capital C only. I can even set it as a default now. If you set it as a default, what happens? You will not click on set a default. So the moment I set it as a default, fine. If you forget to give the sub-inventory as well as inventory org, this becomes account. And if you give the specific value, that will override this default. So I'm not setting as a default. So I put a star now. It's the default one. So what happens if maybe I think what happens we have to give both inventory org and sub-inventory, because of which what happens it is not accepted it. So now I made it as a default. Now it will definitely work. So at the sub-inventory level, one of the account is a default now. Right, the default one. Click on save and close. This time it has to work. So you go there, go back, and then return to shopping. So it's still showing 1004 only. So click on return to shopping, and then here what happens? You go there and then do it. Fine. Click on requisition line entry, and then here C00, and then the expense item. I'm putting it now. We got 1005 here. So that means what? It needs the entry of both sub-inventory as well as inventory organization. So if you give both, then what happens? Every sub-inventory can have a different account actually. Now item level is ultimate now. Fine, item level is ultimate. Fine, you go there. And then if you give anything on the item level, fine, expense account item, fine, go there. And then expense account item at the time I'm going to give value now. Here plus it, click on plus now. drop it down, and then the C00, C00 account structure. Fine, go there, then click on save now. And then go down. Fine, click on plus now. So we can even give it for any item actually. Find any item and then any inventory org. So make it as a default. Otherwise, we have to specify for each and every item and then each and every inventory org. We have to specify it. Otherwise, what happens? You know, say 10 hyphen 100 hyphen. What is the number I had to give here? The one, how much I have given now?
1006.
Oh, 1006. Okay, fine. Yeah, 1006 I will not give it. And select it and I will now make it as what? Set as default now. So that what happens? Otherwise, we have to specify each and everything. Fine. So it's for all items and then all org. Fine. At the item level, fine, it is 1006.
So irrespective of whether it is the expense item or any item, right?
No, it's only for expense items. If it is an expense item, it will not pick up this now. This is the ultimate one. Otherwise, what happens? We have to specify for each and every item and then for every org, what is the account you want it.
No. My question is like, as you said, like we can give the item.
Yeah, it will not work for asset item at all.
Okay.
It will work only for expense items. And click on save and then save and close. So we are given the save and close, and then we go there. We go back now. Return to shopping and then go for it now. Here at requisition line entry. You click on it and then here what happens? I now put C00 and then put the expense now. And then here what happens? If you see what happens, still coming as only 1005. The item level superseding is not happening at all. Last time also we came out and then did it. Huh? I will not do that also. What is not happening basically? Sometimes what happens, you have to log out and log in now basically. Return to shopping. And then we click on a requisition line entry. C00. We have made it as what? A common one, 1006 now. 1006 is not coming here as well. Let me log out and log in now. Come. C00 underscore EMP1. So we go inside. And then here you go to the procurement and then go to the purchase requisition now. Item level values will supersede everything now. And there is the ultimate one. I click on this now. C00. And go there. Otherwise, I will do one thing. I will now specify that exactly. Control T, Control V, enter. I click on it and then go to setup and maintenance. Let me specify the item level, the exact ones. I click on the implementation project and then query your project. C00 and then click on search now. And then open it up now. And then here you go to manage mapping set now, manage percentage. Map percentage, set percentage and then enter it. And then choose via the cost accounting, define cost accounting, manage mapping set task list. And then here you go there, manage mapping list and then go to the task now. On the item level, I will now specify the exact values basically, expense account item. I'm going to specify the exact values. And you go there and then choose your structure. The structure is there, this place. And then for the structure, what happens? I go there, click on add another line, click on plus. And then here, I will now put the item number, fine, it is C00 underscore expense underscore item. Fine, here, what happens? I will now put capital C01 and then 10 hyphen 100 hyphen. I will now say 1007 is also there. Na? I made 1007, isn't it? So I will now put this on.
Yes.
Click on save now. So we'll now see 1006 is coming or 7 is coming. We'll now see now. So we have given an item specific, item arc specific value now. So C00 expense item, because we don't have any what's called a drop down list box. So we have tried it exactly. So what else? And then we have done it now. Fine, click on save and close. So one of them is the default, and then one of them is with the exact values now. So we'll now see. So you go to the place and go to return to shopping now. And then here, what happens? You go there and then click on requisition line entry. And then C00. And click on the expense item. And then go there and see this now. See, it's not coming at all. Pata nahi chal raha hai mere ko. I don't know why it's so. Just make an R&D file. Somebody might have modified that, what's called the exact thing basically here. So because of which, what happens? It's not coming as such. Because there's one transaction accounting builder, somebody might have what happens? So put their hands on it. Because financials is experimenting on it. Actually, it is set by financials actually. So it's experimenting on it, and then organization is working, sub inventory is working, but item is not working. Item is the ultimate one. It's not working at all. So the final one is basically what? The service item. That will be seeing it tomorrow now. So you'll now see the service item defaulting. It will be basically from employees charge account. So whatever account you are giving on the employees, that will be defaulting onto this thing. So here it will not show you. It will not work now. And this shopping. And then tomorrow you'll now see this. Click on the requisition line entry. Let me put the fixed assets now. Fine. Drop down. The fixed price service is a service item. I will now put say test. Cable day. Category name OTHERS. You give it and go down. You can see no charge account is coming. So if you try to add to requisition, it will not say, it will be push now. So what is the value? Okay, amount I am going to put it now. There. I click on that thing, add. It will now say charge accounts. So we will now populate a charge account of the employee, and then that will be coming over here for the service items. And then afterwards, next is what? Category level override for the charge accounts for the service items. So those two are missing. So we'll now see this now. Fine. So two more. What happens? Account charge account defaulting are pending now. So once when that is done, what happens? We are done with the requisitions basically. Any doubts you have on this now?
No.
Good that you are able to understand everything now. Fine, good. So try to practice each and everything. There only what happens, you'll be getting a grip of all the things. Fine. 6 ways of approval. You have to practice now. Fine. So my pet student Khalid will be the first guy who will be completing everything, I think, because he is now busy with some other works. He's unable to practice actually. Try. Fine. Practice. Practice makes you perfect actually. And then there are plenty of openings which are going to come in about a year's time. So many companies are going to go for Fusion now. Fine. So make yourself fully ready for this, and then launch your career on Fusion apps. So with this, I will now conclude today's one, and then we'll now meet again at 10:30 tomorrow, and then we'll now continue on the remaining 2 ways of charge accounts for the service item as well as category level override for the service items. Bye for now.
Thank you.
Okay.